So yes, they came from a chicken farm out in Colorado that went bankrupt for whatever reason at the end of 2018. And this was a farm that was, they advertised themselves as being natural and pasture raised. And here's what people found when they went there. Because basically the people, some of the people in the animal rescue community out in Colorado found out that this place was shutting down. So they talked to the manager of the place and was like, look, can we just come and take chickens? And the manager was like, sure, okay. So the people went over there and, they got their crates and everything ready. They got trucks lined up, vans lined up, everything's ready to go. And I would say what they found is neither natural nor pasture raised, because really, advertising-wise, those words mean nothing, basically. Yeah, people can, that's one of those things, they can just slap that on whatever they feel like for, advertising purposes.
Same with, humane, right? Humane.
There are, humane does have some certification to it sometimes, depending on the exact details, but also, what's the humane way to raise someone and kill them? Question the premise there.
Yeah.
But, But yeah, what they found was this big warehouse, basically, where if the chickens had access to outside at all, it was not a lot of it. And there were 36,000 chickens in total at this facility.
Too many neighbors, huh?
Yeah.
Way too many neighbors.
That's like a town, right?
Yeah.
The town that I grew up in.
Town and
yeah, the town I grew up in has
8 neighbors.
15,000 or so people in it.
Neighbors.
So that's over 2 of the towns I grew up in. So that's in one, one place. But the place was out of money, so they weren't able to feed the chickens. They were out of propane to heat the barn, and this is Colorado in the wintertime. Not super pleasant. So yes, we don't like it, but stop pecking bums, Samira.
Thank you, our loyal Facebook friends, for tuning in even after our technical difficulties. We are back. We are back live on Facebook.
Okay.
If you are just joining us now, yes, we did have a few technical difficulties before starting. But thank you. We were just talking about the story behind these beautiful, beautiful girls who have now been with us for 3 years.
To the day.
To the day.
Yes. So the rescuers walked into this warehouse full of chickens, and given the condition that it was not heated and they were out of food, a lot of the chickens there either had died or were starving or were injured or just all kinds of ways. So they get right to work. They're like, all right, and they have to make the decisions that I imagine are extremely difficult of which chickens is it going to be? Which ones are going to make it? And I imagine that was very, very difficult, especially as time went on and they were assessing the chickens and figuring out who they were going to get. But some workers started coming in to kill the chickens. So you got both of these going on at the same time. People taking the chickens out to rescue them, and then people killing them on the spot. And in the end, it was over 600 chickens who were taken out of there, which is a lot of chickens. Maybe not compared to 36,000, but it's still a lot of chickens. So that's how some of them ended up all the way here in New York, because a lot of chickens. A lot of them did stay in Colorado. Thank you so much to Love and Arms Sanctuary out in Colorado, who was absolutely huge as part of this rescue, and has a number of the chickens there still with them. So yes, they made the journey in a van out here to New York. Thank you also to Rocky, a friend of the sanctuary who lives in New York City and is a wonderful, mostly chickens and birds, but sometimes other, rescue, who then had the chickens down there. And then to friend of the virtual sanctuary who we miss, Kaden, who drove the chickens up from New York City.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kaden came. I think that was when Kaden had a new car, and needless to say, it got very stinky.
Oh no, brand new car.
Yeah. Oh, perfect timing. I hope we just caught
With chicken butts.
Did we just catch Ruby pooping on camera when I said how stinky they are?
You may not have.
Okay, just
She's
trust
just
me.
out of the frame.
As soon as
Could
I said
imagine.
that they're stinky, Ruby, like,
Right on cue.
right on
Yeah,
cue.
she's
That
just out
was
of the
perfect,
frame.
Like this?
Ruby. Thank you. Yes, I think it took a little while to get the smell out of poor Caden's car. And then here they are. We took in 15 at the start. You might notice there are 7 here right now. A few of them do live in other parts of the sanctuary, so they are just in other places. A few of them have passed away over the last 3 years, mostly because of egg-related issues. They are, all the ones who we welcomed here are girls, which we also did on purpose. No offense to any of the male-type humans or others who are listening. But we've always had a lot of roosters, and so we wanted to get all hens. And they did all turn out that way. So, yeah, just like all of the hens, they can have a lot of egg-related health issues, which can be fatal. They can be really, really bad. Not as much, so these ones, they're called Cornish cross chickens, and they are like a meat type of chicken, which is why they're a little bit broad. So they don't have as many like reproductive issues as some of the other breeds, but they, still got to be real careful with them.
Taking a nap,
Oh my goodness.
thinking about it.
Thinking about it. What a good girl. She's like, okay, story time over.
Hi,
Yeah.
what happened? She was closing her eyes for a second.
Yeah. Oh, she's got them closed now.
Thinking about it. Thinking
I
about
don't know
it.
who you have there.
Samira.
Oh, it's Samira. Oh, what a good girl. And how do we tell them apart?
I bet our fans know.
Some of them might. It might be a little hard to pick up on the cameras of how we do it, but there is a trick.
A cheat code.
There is a cheat code. I mean, yeah, because here's the thing. Like I said, I was here the day they got here. I feel like I know them pretty well. I don't necessarily have to use the cheat code to know which one of them is which.
I do still.
That's okay.
True confession.
That's okay. It is certainly helpful. But when people are newer here, Andrea, how long have you been here now?
I'm almost 6 months old.
Yay!
This weekend.
So either whether you're newer here or like, let's say we needed to make sure, like maybe Samira needed some kind of meds.
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
don't
make
wanna
sure.
mess that up, right?
Yeah, you don't want to mess that up, right? You gotta make sure Samira is the one getting these meds, not like Aspen or someone else. So, yeah, did anyone know how we tell, or shall we share the secret?
No guesses so far.
If you
It
look
has
at
to
their
deal with jewelry.
little feet, the little feet. Don't look at my feet. Their little
shy?
feet have little
Do you have winter feet like I do?
Leg
Bands.
band.
I don't
Someone
want
said leg
anyone looking at
band.
my feet this time of year either. It's
no.
pedicure time.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
Yeah,
people
so they have
need
their
a
little
pedicure.
bands around their legs. It's not like tight or anything. They're, just kind of,
They're like
Wraps
little
around.
anklets.
yeah, and they're different colors. So then you got to remember, like, if I need to get, Winter has a little blue tag on. I don't know where she is right now. She must be in that little cluster over there.
Yep.
But yeah, that way we can make sure, like, okay, we know who's who, who's getting what, and all that.
So, friends, where are you joining from today?
Yes, and does anyone have any questions or anything that we've been
I'm
asked?
so sorry.
I think I saw someone on
I feel like I've been
Instagram.
rambling.
It's from Nicaragua.
What?
Ooh. I think that might be
Wow.
a first.
That's exciting. Bienvenidos. I'm excited about that. That's awesome. Wow.
Andrea, como se dice cute little chicken? Cute little hen.
Depends on the country you're in, really, for cute. In Spain, they use mono for cute.
Mm-hmm.
In Nicaragua, I'm not so sure. But,
Very
Bonita.
yeah, you could say that. Yeah, that's like, yeah, pretty, nice. Yeah. Huh. Just depends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lindo. Huh? You could be una gallina linda. Which word do you prefer? Samira? Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, that's your name.
Oops. My walkie's talking.
Are we done?
Are you done with my snugs?
Are we done?
Next?
We're done.
Sorry everyone.
Animal Care's chatting away on
Pretending
the
that
lawn.
I'm important, which I'm not.
Oh.
So, hello. Would you like a turn? I am now accepting.
Oh, I believe.
I am now accepting.
Oh no! Now you're covered in dirt. So now so chickens are pretty like particular about
You know
things
what?
being clean.
No offense to you, but you all are also covered in dirt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen your feet
It's a
today,
little-
but I'm a little offended.
Stop pecking
But
butts.
you can have my clean scarf.
Stop pecking butts. Why are you gonna be rude
Why
like that?
Why are you doing that? Hi, are you gonna
That
come
can be
back?
like kind of a dominance thing amongst chickens. If you're familiar with the term pecking order, chickens are particular about kind of what their social rank is. So sometimes they do their little pokes just to be like, I'm the boss here, poke you in the butt.
Yeah.
It's rude though. Yeah, you. I think you're the worst, Samira.
Hi. Who's next? Anyone? You coming back? Hi. No? So now, this is since I've only been here just 6 months, this is my first winter here, and I've been learning so much about how all of our lovely animal friends keep warm in the winter and what we do too to support that. So I've been asking Lauren a lot of questions and Animal Care too. We have to. They really have to work hard to keep everybody warm and fed and with water that's not ice, etc. this time of year, which is tricky, huh? So they're working really, really hard right now to make sure. And I wasn't sure what happened here historically when things got super cold, like the other night. I don't know where you're all joining from, but today it's like 40 here. It's
Gorgeous.
nice. They're outside. They're fine. They're happy. There's a little sunshine. But like it does get really cold here. Like the other night, it was pretty chilly here. Like
But like they got distracted by you now though. They're coming to see you. You're like, you have something that's round.
Empty bowl.
Empty bowl.
Empty bowl.
Empty bowl. That's
Empty.
okay.
Sorry, you're gonna be very disappointed.
Yeah, because of course when things get cold, the animals get cold and stuff freezes. So we have the big things are anything relating to water, of course. And making sure that no one gets like frostbite or hypothermia or anything like that. Because the ancestral chicken, now they're all going over there.
I know why.
Why are you going over there
Because
now?
it's virtual sanctuary, and that's what happens.
Why are you going over there? That's okay.
They
we can
all
meet
run away.
Yes. So
on,
maybe,
girls.
oh, you know what? They do like to poke at the snow. Do you want to grab
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
handful of snow? We can kind of
We'll get
play with
back
it a little
over
bit.
here. Yeah.
Yes, because now I am chickenless. Come here, Cyrus.
About the cold, and I'll-
Well, I will demonstrate this thing. So one of the things that is super important is heated water buckets. I almost said heated water heaters. That's not. Heated water buckets. And so this thing has got its little radiant heater thing in here in the bottom. So that'll keep their water from freezing overnight. And for some of the larger animals, we do have larger containers for water, and we have some of the like heaters that stick in. And yeah, so that is super important to have. Are they coming?
Come here.
No? Maybe I'll just move again.
Oh, here. Let's turn back over this way, I guess.
So, one of the questions asked was, do they stay inside when it snows?
Do they stay inside when it snows? Yes. So it will depend. So the ancestral chicken is from rainforests in Southeast Asia. They are called red jungle fowl. That's the species that chickens originated from.
Sounds like a band name.
Red
Jungle Fowl. When Cameron and Lauren and I go on the road.
I don't know.
Get ready.
I don't
The
know
Red
about that.
Jungle Fowl. No? Alright, sorry. Squirrel.
That's okay. So not super fans when it gets cold, these little ones. If it is snowing or something, the big thing is, what is the temperature? That's the big concern. What is the temperature? Day like today, not too cold, we're pretty okay. Once it starts like getting below freezing or colder, then that's when we start changing our protocols a bit. Like for example, if the temperature drops below freezing, that's when blankets will go on certain animals, especially some of the horses, and especially the ones who are older, or any of the goats who are older, maybe. And that's when our staff really carefully monitors anyone to see if they're like shivering, so then we can fix that. And as the temperature, and we have heaters inside the.
Now.
That wasn't Samira that time, at least.
I know.
Ladies. Then there are heaters inside, like there in this barn here. There's a heater on the wall, so it's actually like we went in there earlier. It's actually like pretty cozy in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, if the temperature goes below a certain point, we turn on the heaters. And we keep we have this big door here, but we keep it closed. We keep the windows closed so the heat stays in, and just that little door is open.
And there was some added straw too, right, to the shaving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Keep
Nice,
'em.
extra warm. Some of them get blankets, especially the pigs. Pigs love blankets, so they'll get some of those, and they can just cuddle down into. And yeah, if it does get too cold, below 20 degrees, yeah, at that point for the birds, we just close them up and they just stay inside. And maybe that's not their most fun favorite day, but it is better than frostbite and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, so that way they're able to stay nice and cozy. And in that case, we might throw in some extra toys and things and some things to entertain them.
Oh, like dice.
Like dice. This is something we're trying with the...
You're gonna watch it live.
Yeah, we have not
No one's
tried...
gonna. They're not gonna touch it. It's not food. Let's see. You wanna play?
Checking it out.
What's that?
Hannah, what do you think?
Is
No.
it edible?
Bored.
She's like, it's not food. I'm over it. Are you gonna be my math?
Oh, she rolled it. She rolled a 2.
You're gonna be my mathematician?
That's
Look
Samira.
at
That's your girl.
Samira.
That's your
That
girl.
was good.
Yeah. So, or they like some of them have their little xylophones, right? I think we've had xylophones on Virtual Sanctuary occasionally that they plink away at. Just
Wow, so
extra
smart.
fun stuff.
Too. That was good. We're testing the chickens counting theory. Wow, look at them go right on the dots.
Yeah.
Or you can just tear it up. That's fun too. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about math as well.
Oh.
Truly.
Same.
Definitely a Spanish teacher. So if you want to help us keep our animals nice and cozy warm this winter, on our Amazon wish list, we actually have a lot of the heated water bowls. It's our number one ask this time of year, just to make sure that, they don't last a super long time sometimes, because we really put them to work around here in New York State. So we're always asking for those. And
Samira did it again.
she's just keeping everybody warm.
She's
Laura.
just
keeping
being like, you
everybody
awake?
warm.
Everybody awake here? Everybody awake? Samira.
That's a good good beak wiping tool. I think
Also
so. So we'll let you know how the chicken math class goes, and stay tuned for that. Oh, come here, let me hold you. I love you. You look very cold. No? You're not into it? Okay. Do you love me? There we go.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, you're falling asleep all cold. They also do this to keep warm, right? They like to roost and snuggle.
Yeah, it's
The
a
three girls are three office chickens. They're always, all three of them together every time you see them. It's so
They
cute.
huddle up together. It's really adorable.
It's super cute. The last thing we want to tell you about is the Chronogrammies.
It's that time again.
So we need
Thanks, boys.
we need our awesome super fans out there once again to get your voting fingers ready for the Chronogrammies. We can be nominated in several categories, but anyone will do. So if you don't mind giving us those nominations and then your votes, we would really appreciate that. So thank you in advance.
Yeah, because there's nominations first, and then those close, and then there's voting later.
Oh.
And we have won many a chronogrammy in the past.
You know,
Brag, brag, brag.
I think they're in the hut when you come visit us too.
Yes,
With these nice little awards like we're at the Oscars. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
we
cute.
have Best Kids Attraction and Best what? Best Activist Organization.
That's
And
That's so good.
I have a voice off stage whispering to me. what
That's
the things are.
amazing.
Also, if you want to know
So
something
help
fun,
us get another award for our hut. We would love it. What's the name?
also I just wanted to be known. I feel there are a couple people over there, and when I just yelled, "Hey boys," or like,
They
"Thanks
looked?
boys," I don't think they heard me, but they are both male people over there. So when I said like "Thanks
the
boys" to the
rooster.
rooster, whoever that was who yelled something, there are also male humans over there, and now I feel
You do have to
weird.
watch how you talk around this.
I
place.
also I didn't mention it, but earlier you could see Rich on the roof. He was on the roof. So I kind of wanted to see if anyone was going to point it out in the
chicken barn?
comments.
Rich is always right. He's always
Rich
the
is
one
always-
who's with the
But
tractor.
he was on
and
the
we're like,
roof
"Hey,
behind you."
It's the random Rich sighting, the first one of 2022.
Oh boy, where will we find Rich next?
On the roof,
I
apparently.
would never
Maybe
would've
on the
guessed the
pond.
roof.
Sometimes he's out on the pond, which is frozen right now. But
Well, thank you so much for joining us, friends.
question.
What's your question?
can I tell a joke?
Sure.
Because anytime I'm hanging out with these girls, this is one of my opportunities to tell one of my most favoritist jokes.
Sorry. Look at her.
Oh,
She tucked her head in.
oh, cuteness.
So cute.
Aww.
All right, let's hear this joke.
Okay, well, I think you know it, but I have a feeling a lot of the
I'm
people
sure I
at home
forgot
know
it.
it, because if you have been on one of my tours, I
probably
tell
heard
this
it.
joke on, like, every tour, because it's fun, and also has a point, though. Okay, but, Andrea, why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side?
To get to the other side! Ah, That's not
I
the
know.
funny part.
I know.
That's just a setup.
I don't
Okay.
know, Lauren. Why did the chicken cross the road?
You just answered that one.
Oh, that was not the joke?
No, that's
There's a
not
different
very funny
joke.
joke, Andrea.
Sorry,
There's
I'm-
another joke. That's the setup. There's a follow-up. Come on, the people at home are waiting. Why did the tofu cross the road?
I don't know, Lauren. Why did the tofu cross the road?
Cameron, do you know?
I know, but I want you to say it.
To prove it's just as good as the chicken.
She's here all night.
No, I'm not. I go home at some point.
No, you live here.
But you know what, though?
So slow.
That's a foul joke.
Oh. Wah, wah.
What if the
over here.
chicken's even
Someone
grown?
did that. Someone's like, womp, womp.
Said, Lauren, I'm tired of hearing that one.
Yeah.
You need to come up with
Get
some new
some
material.
Is that one a little played out? Uh-huh.
Anyway, I think we'll let the people go now with that. They
Well,
probably all
thank
left.
you for joining us for the
Thanks for sticking it
Colorado
out.
Girls third rescue versary. Thanks so much for joining us on Virtual Sanctuary. We send you much love. Hope you're keeping warm in your own way wherever you are. And yeah, if you don't mind nominating us for a chronogrammy, we'd really appreciate it. We'll try to get another plaque for our wall in our hut and display it proudly. And if you want to help keep any of our babies warm, we do have an Amazon wish list. So we'd love a couple things we need every year to
There's
to
all
help.
kinds of stuff on that
There's
list.
all kinds of stuff. So thank you in advance, and we really appreciate your support.